Hello, future engineers, subscribers, viewers, and students. There is another video in hydraulics, and this series of problems are problems given civil engineer license or exam problems in hydraulics. I hope that through this video, your preparations in your board exams will be that intense and rigid, and I hope that you will or you can increase your knowledge, your skills in hydraulics. So for the first problem, a rectangular canal has a width of 2.75 meters. The flow passing through the canal is 2.96 cubic meters per second and a velocity of 3.59 meters per second. So how high is the jump? So this problem is frequently asked about hydraulic jump. So I hope that you are able to master by recalling the formulas. So for the discharge, for the formula for the hydraulic jump given by small q square over g equals depth 1 depth 2 over 2 quantity depth 1 plus depth 2. So small q is capital Q discharge over width 2.75. So 2.96 over 2.75 is 1.076 cubic meter per second per meter width. The depth of flow can be found because the mean velocity of flow at section 1, so this should be in section 1, 3.59 meters per second. So Q 2.75 cubic meters per second equals area, which is width times depth 1, then times mean velocity. So 2.96 equals 2.75 depth 1 times mean velocity of flow 3.59. So depth 1 is equal to 0.2998 meter. We then substitute into this equation and using your high-tech calculator, so we have 1.076 square over 9.81 equals 0.2998 times depth 2 over 2 quantity 0.2998 plus depth 2. You can expand, use quadratic equation in your calculator, or you simply shift solve, anticipate that depth 2 is greater than 0.2998. So let us say 1. Depth 2 is equal to 0.75 meter or 75 cm. Number 2, the average velocity in a pipe flowing full of incompressible liquid is 3 meters per second. After passing through a conical section that reduces stream's cross-sectional area to one-fourth of its previous value, determine the velocity. So we can apply continuity equation because it is stated here the fluid is incompressible. For compressible uh, liquid fluids, the continuity equation will be mass flow rate constant for or weight flow rate equals constant. But for incompressible fluids, we just have volume flow rate discharge constant. That is Q equals Q1 equals Q2 equals dot 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 Q sub n. So therefore, area 1 V1 equals area 2 V2, since it is stated that area 2 is one-fourth of its previous value. So area 2 is one-fourth of area 1. V1 is equal to 3. So area 1 times 3 equals one-fourth of area 1 times V2. Cancel out area 1. So V2 is 3 times 4. So V sub 2 is 12 meters per second. Then for problem 3, a tank filled with water to a depth of 2.4 meters is accelerated upward at a rate 3 meters per second square. Determine the velocity of the jet at the orifice 2 cm in diameter located at the bottom of the tank. When the tank is accelerated upward or downward, then the values static pressure, the head, the velocity, the head will be magnified by multiplying the factor 1 plus ay plus minus ay over g, where the sign is plus if the y component of acceleration is upward, downward negative. So for the discussion and the derivation of this concept formulas, you just refer to my uh, created playlist in YouTube about fluid mechanics and hydraulics. You just find it there. So velocity is square root of 2g times head quantity 1 plus minus ay over g. So this is the usual square root of 2gh, but when the vessel is undergoing an acceleration, vertical acceleration, then it is, this h is magnified by this factor 1 plus ay plus minus ay over g. But in this case, it's plus because the tank is accelerated upward. H is 2.4 because the orifice is on the bottom and the depth of water is 2.4. So V is square root of 19.62 times 2.4 times quantity 1 plus 3 over 9.81. So solving for V is equal to 7.841 meters per second. We then proceed to number 4. The water jet of horizontal nozzle strikes a vertical plate with a force equal to 7,000 newtons. If the discharge flowing at the nozzle is 0.12 cubic meter per second, compute the diameter of the jet. So again, for the principle in hydrodynamics where the plate is stationary, we just go over with the derivation there, and I used Newton's second law in deriving the formula for the force on fixed flat plates originally given by discharge density times V, which can then be transformed into density area V square. And since area is pi over 4 diameter square, so times velocity square. Velocity is Q over area, and the area is circular, pi over 4 diameter square, so it is 4Q over pi diameter square. Substitute into this formula here, so F equals density pi over 4d square times quantity 4Q over pi d square, quantity square. So simplifying this, F therefore is 4Q square times density divided by pi diameter square. So substituting F is 7,000 newtons, Q is 0.12 cubic meter per second, density of water 1,000 divided by pi diameter square. So the only unknown here is the diameter in meter. Solving for the diameter using your high-tech calculator, the diameter is 0.05118 meter, or that is 51.18 mm. Then finally, a pressure gauge at elevation 6 meters at the side of the tank with liquid reads 90 kilopascals. Another gauge at elevation 4 meters reads 110 kilopascals. Compute the specific weight of the liquid. So take note that for 2 points in homogeneous fluid at rest, the pressure at the deeper point is greater than that at the higher point. So if we sum up pressure from higher point to lower point, it is pressure at the higher point, then plus gamma times h, where h is the vertical distance between the 2 points, then equals pressure at the bottom point. Pressure at the bottom point is the pressure at elevation 4 because this is lower, which is expected higher, so 110. And the upper point is 1 that is at elevation 6, and the pressure there is 90. The unknown is the specific weight of the liquid. So our equation is pressure at the higher point, P sub 6, plus gamma H is equal to pressure at the lower point, P sub 4. So P6 plus gamma H equals P sub 4. P sub 6 is 90. Gamma unknown, H is 2, where 2 is 6 meters minus 4 meters, and P sub 4 is 110. So 90 plus gamma times 2 equals 110. Solving for gamma, gamma is 10 kilonewtons per cubic meter. So that's it for this video.